Hello, welcome. Our topic is on Old Kingdom and Empires. First, the meaning of a kingdom. A kingdom is a place that is ruled by a king or a queen. This is the image of the Oba of Benin and Queen Elizabeth II in 1951. This was during her visit. So today we will look at three kingdoms: the Benin Kingdom, the Oyo Kingdom, and the Socato Caliphate. These are the three kingdoms we will discuss. First, the Benin Kingdom. So we're going to see all that happened around Benin Kingdom. Okay, the start of the Kingdom of Benin. Now, you have the Oba as the king of the Benin Kingdom. The ancient kingdom of Benin is not the same as the country called Benin today. It was in what is today southwest of Nigeria. So Benin is the southwest of Nigeria, Edo State. Now, there are many different accounts of the history of Benin. It is today a topic of fierce debate. Whatever the effect, it is clear that the historians of the Edo people and the Yoruba people are closely linked. Okay, so the first people in Benin are called the Igodomigodo, where the city in Yoruba. Okay, now in around 400 AD, the Yoruba people started using iron tools, which enabled them to clear forests and effectively for the first time. So villagers developed and chiefs emerged. By 600 AD, the era had become the Ife Kingdom. So the first Oni was Oduduwa. Now, the Edo people were ruled by the Ogisos. The Ogisos, it means kings of the sky. They lived in Igodomigodo. The Ogiso dynasty started with the first Ogiso, Igodo. The last Ogiso, the 36th Ogiso, was called Owodo. Okay, so Ogiso-Owodo dynasty came to an end around 1091. Oduduwa is a link between the two ethnic groups. The Yoruba and the Edo have different ideas on who he was. According to a Yoruba story, Oduduwa descended from heaven on a chain as told by prophecy. Other accounts claim he was found by the Yoruba lost in the rainforest. Okay, so Prince Eweka Ekaledera, the son of the last Ogiso, who had fled from Ogodomigodo after threat of execution. So he fled. With the deaths of the last Ogiso and the departure of the Ogiso's son, Igodomigodo was left without a ruler. Years of instability followed as the chiefs fought for control. They appealed to Ife for help, and Oduduwa's grandson, Oromiya, was sent to take charge. He married an Edo princess and had a son called Eweka. Whoever Oduduwa was, it is agreed that he married a Yoruba woman, and their son or grandson, Oromiya, married an Edo woman. Oromiya's son, Eweka, became the first Oba of the Oba dynasty in 1180, which continued to rule the Kingdom of Benin until British colonization in 1897. Okay, this is the tree of descendants. Then Oromiya returned to Ife, hoping to becoming the king, but his father, Okambi, favored another son, Oni. Oromiya left with his warriors and founded Oyo Ajaka and became the first Alafin of Oyo. His brothers became rulers of Oyo, other Yoruba kingdoms. In later years, Benin and Oyo became the stronger political and economic powers, but Ife remained an important religious center. You can see their locations on the map of Nigeria. Okay, let's talk about the Benin Kingdom. It was founded in the 13th century. We are now in the 21st century, so we're talking about 700 years ago. The Benin got its name from the Benin people, B-I-N-I. The Benin people, B-I-N-I. The king of the Benin Kingdom is called the Oba, and he has the absolute power over its kingdom. Okay, Benin City, which you know today, is in Edo State, Nigeria. The Benin city have what we call Benin Moats. These moats were built, okay, or rather dug, so that they could defend the city against invaders, especially the white invaders in the olden days. And it was believed that these moats were dug by one Aruan, okay, in the past. So these moats enable the people to be protected against invaders. So the Benin Kingdom became a very wealthy and powerful empire, okay, stretch all the way from Onitsha to the Niger in the east, even to the Benin Republic. And they are very good in the trade of palm oil, ivory, and then they had a lot. The Beninese were very good in agriculture and fishing. But the Benin Kingdom eventually collapsed. It collapsed in 1897 when the British military attacked and burned Benin City and other parts of the kingdom down. They attacked and burned Benin City and other kingdom down. The British did so as part of their plan to colonize the kingdom. Benin City was the last kingdom to be brought down by the British before Nigeria was actually colonized. They had a reformed military. So during the attack, the British soldiers, they looted and they stole much of the beautiful artwork and cultural objects of the Benin Kingdom, including the famous bronze statues. A lot of this art was taken back to Britain and sold. So some can be found today in European museums. Now you can see the regalias that the Benin people wear. Okay, you can see the cultural regalia. So when you see all this kind of cultural attire, you will know that these people are from the Benin Kingdom. So that's about the Benins. Okay, you can see the Oba of Benin Kingdom, how the chiefs accompanying him as he moves to celebrate the traditional role. You can see the women, the way they are dressed in their cultural adornments. There's the Oba of Benin, Oba Eware II the Great. Okay, so that's about the Benin Kingdom. It's an organized system. So they have all their cultural festivities. That's the Queen Idia. They are very good in ivory. And most of the cultural activities, the Beninese, they come out in their traditional attires to celebrate whatever cultural activities they have. They celebrate the Iwo festival, and they have other festivals too that they celebrate. Now we're going to be looking at the Oyo Kingdom. The Oyo Kingdom. Like I told you, Benin was founded in the 13th century, but the Oyo Kingdom is founded in the 14th century in southwestern Nigeria. So when you talk about the Yoruba people, that's the Oyo, okay? Now it's western part of the country. Its capital city is Ibadan. Capital of Oyo is Ibadan. Now, the king of Oyo is called the Alafin, and he had council of elders called the Oyomesis. The Oyomesis, they are made up of 7 chiefs, and their leader is called Bashorun. Bashorun is the leader of the Oyomesis. So they help to remove the king in position in case he starts misbehaving. So over the years, the Oyomesis even forced some Alafins to commit suicide, okay, in the Oyo Kingdom. So one thing about the Oyo Kingdom is that it has an army that they were able to fight their invaders. So these armies were able to fight their invaders that came into the Oyo Kingdom to fight the Oyo people. So they had lots of slaves who helped them out in farm work. These slaves were gotten from war. Gradually, the Oyo Kingdom collapsed because of the fight between the Oyomesis and their Alafins, and other kingdoms came in to take siege of the kingdom. So other kings attacked Oyo and Oyo collapsed. Even the Fulani warriors came and burnt down the Oyo Kingdom during the early days. Let's look at the Socato Caliphate, the northern part of the country. Okay, so the Socato Caliphate, it's the image before you is that of Usman Danfodio. Usman Danfodio is an Islamic scholar. He launched a religious war, an Islamic war against the Hausa rulers of the city of Gabe. Okay, so he launched this war. It was always referred to as Holy War, the Jihad, the Holy War. Okay, his cause was to fight and see that the Northerners follow Islamic religion. Okay, so by 1805, Danfodio had defeated the king of Gabe and founded a new Islamic empire with its capital at Sokoto. Sokoto in northern part of Nigeria. So this empire is called the Socato Caliphate. It was headed by the Sultan of Sokoto. Okay, but the empire was immense, and at one point it spread across the Sahel region of West Africa. But later on, the Sokoto Caliphate began to collapse when the British and the French colonized different parts of West Africa. Okay, now the education for all was one of the things Usman brought to Sokoto Caliphate. So the Sheikh himself lectures on Islamic laws and rules to the people. Like I said earlier, a century later, the British actually invaded the Sokoto Caliphate. Now, Boko Haram Islamists have been trying to recreate the caliphate, but unlike Usman Dan Fodio, okay, the radicals are trying to do something that is not worth it. Thanks for watching this video. Please feel free to send any questions through the chat box in the portal. Okay, I hope you all had a great time and learned something new. Bye bye.